Welcome to the Wired for Success podcast, your show for ambitious, mission-driven entrepreneurs who understand that there's more to entrepreneurship than finding the latest flash-in-the-pan strategies, who understand that in order to build your empire, you need a solid foundation. I wholeheartedly believe that entrepreneurship is the biggest self-development journey you can be on, and it's my mission to help you make that journey easier. In this show, I bring together the very best from science, self-development, and entrepreneurship to set you up for sustainable success. Hi, I'm Claudia Garbutt, the scientist and mindset coach behind this show, and you're listening to the Wired for Success podcast. Hey everyone! During the last couple of weeks, I've talked about the power of subconscious beliefs and how high-functioning anxiety can negatively impact your life. So what I want to do today is leave the theory behind for a moment and share a real-life story with you, a story of a woman that I work with. So there's still a lot of stigma and shame around mental health, and I want to protect her privacy, so I won't share her real name. Let's just call her Sarah for now. Now, let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah is amazing. She's a loving wife, she's a caring friend, and she's a busy working mom of two. We have known each other for a little over 6 years now, and I still remember the first time I saw her, I immediately knew I wanted to be friends with her. I guess you can say it was friendship at first sight. This is actually something that has happened a couple of times to me, and that gut feeling, that instinct just hasn't let me down so far. Anyway, so Sarah is super friendly, she's funny, she's intelligent, outgoing, and just a wonderful person. She always gives 100% at work and at home. Her home is beautiful. She's always beautifully dressed with just the right amount of makeup to look stunning without looking like she fell into a bucket of paint. Her kids are gorgeous, and I honestly couldn't point out any obvious flaw. She's just this personification of success. But a couple of years ago, she suddenly started to withdraw, saying that she was just so busy taking care of everything and she wasn't feeling well. She didn't want to talk about the details, so I just gave her some space. After all, she's a busy mom and so am I. And before we knew it, a year had gone by without seeing each other. And I know this sounds horrible when I say it out loud, but I guess as parents of young kids, time sometimes flies without you realizing it. Anyhow, when I reached out to her again, she finally shared that she was going through a very tough time and she had been too ashamed to talk about it before. Over a year ago, she had started to have these weird health problems and didn't know what was going on. So on the surface, it looked like she had started to have she had developed something like maybe an allergic asthma kind of thing, but they couldn't figure out exactly what it was and what was causing these asthma attacks. So she went from one doctor to the next, but nobody really knew what was happening. And she was having these like frightening breathing problems that really terrified her. And some of the meds that she was prescribed seemed to make things worse instead of better, but they couldn't figure out why. So she felt like she was going crazy. She also started to see a psychologist, and slowly it dawned on her that those breathing problems were most likely panic attacks. Still, they had appeared out of nowhere and she didn't know where they came from or how to deal with them. And nothing seemed to help, neither the meds she took nor talking to the psychologist. And after a year of spiraling down further and further without seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, she had hit rock bottom. She was unable to work anymore. She couldn't take care of her kids. She just cried uncontrollably. And that's when she was finally willing to accept my help. I mean, I had offered my help before, but she hadn't been ready to accept it. And I believe in holding space for people until they are ready, because I'm not here to force my help on anyone. Believe me, it's not easy to stand back and watch someone you love suffer. In fact, that's probably one of the hardest things to do. Giving them space to go through those tough experiences in their own time, when all you want to do is yell at them and say, don't do this to yourself, just let me help you. But I believe that if we want to create quick yet lasting changes, We need to wait until someone is really ready to learn the lesson. It's like planting a seed. To optimize results, you want to carefully plant that seed in a well-prepared and fertile soil, right? Without the other person being willing to open up and receive, we can throw our wisdom and advice at them all we want. It's not going to sink in. This is something we can't force. But back to the story. So Sarah was finally at a point where she was willing to open up and receive help. And I clearly remember when I saw her again after that year that we hadn't seen each other, I was so shocked. She had lost so much weight, and her hair and her skin had just lost all their brilliance. I barely recognized her. We went on that long walk together and just talked for hours. And when she told me about all the things that she had tried that hadn't worked, she couldn't stop crying. It was really heartbreaking. But I knew that I could help her if she was willing to give it a try. And so we started working together. And over the course of the next 2 months, we met every week or maybe every other week. And I sent her little exercises via email. So just something new to do every week, so that little by little, she built new habits into her daily life that supported her physical, mental, and emotional well-being. And to be honest, in the beginning, she felt a lot of resistance around a few new things like journaling that I introduced to her. But she did them anyway, and she soon discovered how much they helped her get out of that negative spiral that she had been in for over a year. What can I say? I mean, it was truly magical to watch her transformation. I helped her get her confidence back, and she started to trust her mind and her body again, and finally felt in control again. I just gave her the tools and the strategies to deal with those things that had overwhelmed her before, and she did the rest. The panic attacks disappeared, and her mind and her body healed together. She was able to go back to work and look after her kids, and she is still doing great to this day. And that's how quickly things can change for you, even if you feel like there's no hope and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. The work I did with her actually became the foundation for my high-level Your Legend coaching program that helps overwhelmed and overworked hustlers become empowered and confident CEOs in 90 days or less. I help you leverage the power of the body-mind connection to rewire your brain and tap into the wisdom of your body so that you can create those quick, sustainable changes for yourself too. And you don't have to wait until you hit rock bottom. If you are ready to ditch the constant overwhelm, hustle, self-doubt, and negative self-talk, and you want to become calm, centered, focused, and confident while taking your business and life to the next level, this program is for you. And again, it's not a cookie cutter, one size fits all program. I'll tailor the content and experiences exactly to your needs so that you get all the support you need to get the best results in the shortest amount of time. So if that's something you'd like to learn more about, just comment below or reach out to me. I'm happy to answer all your questions. That's it for today. Take care and talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Wired for Success podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please take a sec to rate and review my show. It would mean the world to me because you'd help me reach more entrepreneurs like yourself who would love this show. If you'd like to learn more about creating a widely successful business without sacrificing your health, relationships, or sanity, make sure to stick around and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And why don't you help me spread the word and share this show with your friends? I'd really appreciate it, and I'm sure your friends will too. Want to continue this conversation, build real relationships, and join a community of like-minded entrepreneurs? Come join my free Facebook community for visionary entrepreneurs. I would love to see you there. In the meantime, if you haven't done so already, grab my free brain priming audio file for entrepreneurs and start priming your brain for success in less than 5 minutes each morning. Curious? You can learn more about how this works and download the audio file at www.wiredforsuccess.solutions. Until next time, bye!